Hi, it's Celeste, your canary in the coal mine. So today I wanted to talk about something called community-sponsored agriculture. So if you're concerned about the quality of the food that we're getting and would like to do something helpful, then you might want to sign up for what I'm calling community-sponsored agriculture. This is where somebody has a farm, and it's usually a small private organic farm, not these big industrial farms the big industrial farms are mostly about raising corn and soybeans, big huge fields of all the same crop, whereas the kind of farm I'm talking about is almost like the old traditional family farm in that it's just a few acres or maybe up to 40 acres or something, and they have a diversity of different crops that they're raising, mostly vegetables, and they want to sell them to you. And these are the people who might show up at your farmers markets. And there's not everything in the world. You can't get, if you don't live in Hawaii, you can't get pineapples from these people. But during the summer months, you can count on the fact that they're going to provide you with high quality, organic vegetables, maybe some fruit that they're growing in their own little space. And it helps them and it helps you if you become one of their sponsors. Now, what you get in return for a certain amount of money, you buy shares. You buy, a full share or a half share or a quarter share, depends on the farm, what kind of arrangements they have. And then every week, you either pick up or some of them deliver a, a bag of produce to your home, or you pick it up someplace at a central point, and and you can count on the fact that this produce has just come off the field, probably the day before, and so it's nice and fresh, and if you pick the right farm, you're getting organic produce that's raised carefully by somebody who cares, somebody who deliberately probably went into this business to raise organic produce. And one of the problems is big businesses have difficulty dealing with little businesses. And so these organic farmers, they're small businesses and they may have trouble selling to large supermarket chains because the large supermarket chains want to buy from big growers and distributors because then they only have one transaction to do. Whereas if they have to get all their produce from little guys, they may have to deal with 100 different farmers, and they don't like that. It's a lot of paperwork and busyness for them. So the little guys have trouble getting their stuff into the big grocery stores. That's why they go to farmers markets. But we can help support them by creating a relationship with them and deliberately buying from them. Usually you don't have to go to their farm. Usually they deliver to some point near you. Although there are some that I guess you do go to their farm, or if you live near the farm, that's great. I remember when I was a child, there were farms all around me. We had moved out to the suburbs of Chicago just as they were developing after World War II. And there was a farm down the street from me. There was a farm across a main road a couple blocks away from me. And they used to have their little produce stands out there in the summer where you could just drive by or walk over to them and you could buy tomatoes and cucumbers and lettuce and so forth. And unless you go out way farther away from the city of Chicago now than where I live, there is no more of those produce stands because it's too built up. So this is a way to get the produce stand to come to you. Wherever the farmers are. In my case, I signed up with one that's out, maybe 50 miles further out from Chicago than where I am now located, which used to be farmland but isn't anymore. It's suburban. And I'm going to be getting my produce there from them during the summer. And I bought the share with, I prepaid the entire season. I'm one lump sum up front. Some of them have payment plans, some of them you pay up front. One of the advantages of paying up front is it really helps the farmer with their upfront expenses. It helps them buy their seeds and whatever they need to run their property. So you don't pay after the fact. That's why they call it buying shares rather than just paying for produce. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that subject, about how you can help a small business person who's the farmer, this small independent farmer, and you can get a higher quality of produce that's probably a lot fresher than what's being delivered to your local supermarket during the summer. And I guess that's all I wanted to say about this subject. So, like usual, I just wanted to say that my website is called yourcanaryinthecoalmine.com, and if you liked this video, you can go to the video archive on the website and look at more of these videos. And as usual, I just want you to get well and stay well. Thanks.